Now, the Supreme Court will today hear a plea seeking cancellation of Class 12 board examinations. The plea seeking directions to the centre, the CBSE and ICSE to cancel the Class 12 examinations has been filed by Advocate Mamta Sharma. Advocate Sharma has in her plea requested the top court to direct the concerned authorities to declare 12th result on the basis of an objective methodology within the specific time frame. The court will also, however, hear another PIL opposing the scrapping of the examination. The Central Board of Secondary Education is likely to announce a decision on Class 12 CBSE board exam soon. Well, to talk more about this, we're joined by NDTV's Vaidya Nathan. And Vaidya, this is a very, key issue. Everybody across the country, students, families are looking to see what's going to happen next. And now two different pleas in the Supreme Court.
Yeah, according to the petition, there are around 12 lakh students who are taking the exams. Their life will be affected. And she, being an advocate, saying that she has been approached by students and families, that's why she filed this application. She says that it's better to cancel the examination and have some sort of objective method, some sort of internal assessment to declare the results. Whereas another, Mr. Joseph from Kerala, a teacher himself, he has also filed an application saying that don't cancel the examination. It will be unfair to the students. He went on to say that 12th examinations are very important in the life of a student. And most of the educational experts have favored conducting the examinations. Interestingly, last year, when the lockdown was announced, by the time most of the, some examination for 12th were over in certain papers and certain papers were left out. So at the time, court has suggested the CBSE, why don't you, make some sort of arrangement instead of conducting the examination, some sort of assessment. So later CBSE came with a plan saying that based on the examination, which is already over, depending upon the results, some assessment would be made and the results would be declared. That was done last time. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. At 10:30, the same bench which heard the case last time, headed by Justice Kanvilkar, will hear this plea also.
All right, Vaidya, thanks so much for joining us. And yes, everyone will be looking at what the Supreme Court, decides on this. We're also joined now by two students, Aman Sharma from Modern School Vasant Vihar in Delhi, and Tejaswini Sudhir, a student of Class 12, Narayana Junior College, Telangana. Thank you so much both for joining us. First to you, Aman, do tell me what is your view on this? It's a very tricky situation. Many of you want the exams cancelled, but some of you are not very sure about, how you'll be then judged, how you will be marked on this last year.
Ms. Gargi, I think 99% of us want the exams to be cancelled during this time of pandemic. We've been giving exams since 4th grade, honestly, in school. I think if our caliber has to be judged, we've given enough exams in our life. You have our 10th boards, our 11th marks, our 12th marks, and a lot of internal assessment that can be used to give us marking. But at this time, it's not okay. And it's not advisable from a scientific point of view, from a medical point of view. You can ask any medical expert or doctor to expose children to a virus just to give an exam. I think it's a really tricky situation. But honestly, there's only one right answer, and that answer is to prioritize the health and lives and safety of young kids and students and their families. And unfortunately, it seems like that is not being done right now. Every child's life is important. I don't think we can put children on the line as frontline workers to go out there and give an exam during a time that we've seen the kind of deaths and misery and infections that are happening around us. And let's be real here. The reason we didn't have exams in May was because the infectivity rate was a lot, because cases would have really increased and a lot of deaths might have occurred. But the only reason we are considering exams now is because COVID cases are going down. Have they become zero though? No. So what essentially we're saying is, it's fine. We'll have lesser cases, lesser deaths, and that's an acceptable loss or collateral damage to hold these exams at this time, which is essentially very wrong. And I don't think any student that I've spoken to till now is in favor of holding the board exams physically, offline, in classrooms. We're not scared of giving the exams. Trust me, we've studied all year for this. We're actually scared more for our safety in our lives and the safety of the people living in our homes. I don't want to bring the virus home and give it to my mom or my dad and my grandfather and expose them to this virus, having seen what it has done and the kind of families that it has broken up. My own school, so many kids have lost parents due to this in the last 2 months. the reason, a large contributor to the second wave of COVID infections in Delhi was that schools were opened up to host practicals for board exams. And even though the groups were very, very small, of about 10 to 15 children being called to school, everyone started getting COVID and passing it on to their families. Because of it, schools needed to be shut down midway before the practicals could even be completed. I think we're just going into this ignorantly, and we're going to hit.
Well, we're still awaiting the decision by the government. They did ask for all the states to write into them. Tejaswini, your view on holding of the Class 12 exams. Today, 2 petitions in the Supreme Court, one asking for them to be cancelled, one asking that students should be allowed to give the exam.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with what Aman says. There's no doubt that exams are really important, and Class 12 exams for sure are very important. But in the present circumstances, you're putting the lives of lakhs of students, their families and teachers at a lot of life and health risk. Several governments have been talking about vaccinating that entire the 17, 18-year-olds who are going to be giving these exams. I don't know how much it will be actually possible at a practical level, but if that is done, it's great. I mean, though, you can suppose a person got COVID a month before and there have been government guidelines that, 6 months they cannot be vaccinated. I don't know how that factor is going to play out. This morning, ISC board has asked for class 11 marks of students, class 11 marks and class 12 internal marks. That can be a very good way of assessing instead of holding these exams at these unusual circumstances. I think class 12 internal assessments cannot be used to judge, because it's been a completely COVID year where everyone has been at home online, and it's a little unfair on the more honest students. But if we can use our previous academic record to assess students just in these unusual times, that would be great. But holding exams in these circumstances is an absolute no-no. You're putting the lives of several people at risk. You can't reduce the lives of lakhs of students into statistics. That's all we are saying.
Right, Tejaswini, are any of your classmates, however, worried about what kind of methodology, they'll arrive at to actually assess you in class 12? Are there any concerns about that? If the exams aren't held, of course.
Yes, certainly, because all through class 12, it has been online. So you're not sure. I mean, it's not a very honest way of assessing, if it's because it's been a completely online year, and it's a completely new thing from the typical, from all these years we have been, writing offline exams, and it is suddenly turned online. I think previous academic record, be 10th class marks or 11th grade marks, can be used as a 11th grade final marks, can be used as a way to assess children for for 12th grade. And that's what I think we should do, because especially for a science student, what you study in 11th and 12th grade is pretty similar. So I mean, I think 11th grade final marks can be a way to assess, and I think this is a lesson for the future, that students, that the academic system should be in such a way that only one final exam shouldn't determine what you were through the academic year. I think there should be a continuous evaluation of the student.
Right, just one exam to really assess just how good or not you are. Aman, the center has put certain proposals. They've talked about, only objective type questions for a very short period of time, to hold the exams in a very short period of time. They've also said that only hold exams for major subjects. And so the states are still getting back to the center, and various states have given their views on this. What do you think about that, a short period exam?
Even if we, limit the exam to 1.5 hours, how much time does it take for the COVID virus to actually spread out? 15 minutes. So it's actually, by the time you enter that exam room and sit on your seat, it's enough time for the virus to have already entered your body and for you to then transmit it on to everyone else in the room. So it's definitely not a practical solution. And I also feel like all the proposals that they've given out are really confusing. There is no clarity as to how they're going to play out. Every single subject that I have is a major subject. So how many exams do I sit for in that case? And even sitting for the exams, honestly, is the biggest problem first. I'm all for internal assessment. Take 11th marks, take 12th marks, even take a percentage of 10th boards if you need to. But honestly, yeah, giving physical exams right now, I think, is the biggest concern that each and every child has. Because what is CBSE thinking over here? Can they give it to us in writing? Can the education minister or the prime minister or the health minister give it to us in writing that not a single child or family member is going to be infected with COVID due to the conduction of board exams, or is going to pass away due to COVID?
Are you also now worried going forward? You know, both of you will be applying to colleges. Aman, first, are you worried about that? You know, what the situation is going to be like? This whole year has been so stressful for you Class 12 students, because let's face it, in India, Class 12 is one of the most stressful years anyway.
I think in terms of the mental health of students and the mental trauma that I've seen people around me go through, I don't think as kids we're equipped to deal with it. And I don't think there's been any change or any effort by the system to truly help us until now, coping with the stress that we are dealing with on a daily basis. And yes, if the exams are held right now, looking at the entire duration and cycle of doing the exams, then giving us our results, it is going to impact our college decisions. I don't know if I'll be able to attend college on time this year because of the conduction of these board exams. Will I have to take a gap year? Will I have to defer and apply again to college in August, even though I've already got my acceptances? I have no clue and no clarity. And unfortunately, I won't have any until 1st of June, which is when CBSE says it's going to come out with a decision.
Right.
So this is really just
I'd just like to get Tejaswini in quickly here. And here we haven't even spoken to the rural students. But yes, it's been a very stressful year, hasn't it? And your apprehensions going forward?
Yeah, I have several students, I have several friends who are going abroad this year. And for them, usually their academic year starts by August. But given suppose exams do take place, suppose in mid-July, by the time the results come, it would be end of August, September. So that really disturbs their academic calendar. And if exams don't take place, probably they can have a methodology and the results can be out much sooner, and we can continue with the rest of our academic life instead of, being stuck with, this class 12 marks, whether whether exams will happen or no. And, there's too much of uncertainty.
All right. Well, thank you both for joining us on the channel this morning, and we'll wait and see what the Supreme Court also decides, as it has these two pleas before it. Thank you.